Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is organizing my beauty room part 2. And mostly it's organizing the makeup in their drawers as well as the bookshelves that hold my eyeshadow palettes. That was the one that I was dreading the most and holding off on the longest, only because you're gonna see towards the end, I just kind of like, I'll get to them and I'll reorganize them as I see fit, but it can be overwhelming trying to organize and clean and get things how you want them to be. I wouldn't say I'm severely OCD, but things need to be in a particular spot, and like I like them from tallest to shortest and like a natural gradient, not just like off the cliff. You'll see if you watch when we get to the eyeshadow palettes, but they're organized and the drawers are organized. It makes me feel better knowing. And next I need to tackle my shoe collection. I know I decluttered it before we moved, but I'm probably decluttering more of it. But you guys, this one is some of the drawers as well as the eyeshadow palettes, and then I give you a quick tour at the end of exactly how the bookshelves look. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I organized my makeup drawers as well as my eyeshadow palettes in the bookshelves, just keep watching. Okay, we are on to lipsticks. This should be a little bit easier. I do have these little dividers that I had in the previous house. Super easy to put everything in here. The biggest issue is some of them are oversized, like the Huda Beauty. They don't fit. So they usually end up either beside it or behind them. But everything else, it's gonna be, you know, grabbing the ColourPop ones and putting all the light colors together and whatnot. So here goes nothing. I think I'm going to start with ColourPop over there. I know I've got a bunch of MAC. The crayon ones don't fit in here, so they always end up in the back. Same thing with those types. And then my MAC, I only have a couple of the bullet ones still left. I cluttered quite a few. Merits don't fit in there either, but I do like their component. I mean, I could put them like that. They're just... This component from Fenty is actually quite cool, but of course it doesn't fit.
Okay, you guys. First off, I have way more MAC than I expected, and then there was like a special edition packaging. So all MAC is right here, mostly drugstore into ColourPop, so my more affordable lipsticks are here, including like Glam Light, right? This is Glam Light, yep. So I've got Glam Light. Try to keep them mostly together. I guess this one should actually be over here. I'll fix it. And then I've got like Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, Bobbi Brown, Hourglass, some of the miscellaneous ones, including my Urban Decays. And then, of course, the ones that don't really fit in here. Like, even this Natasha Denona one, pretty hefty packaging, but it doesn't fit in the little squares. And then this cap goes to the Fenty Beauty color that I have in there right now. So if I buy another color, I can keep this cap and switch them out so that they still stay fresh. It's a single cap. It's not a big deal. But at least I know where it belongs if I ever swap them out. So this is what lipsticks look like for right now. Okay, and on to liquid lipsticks. I do have these containers that I've used in the past. I think I only used 2 last time. I can't remember. But they tend to be big enough for, you know, some of these to just sit like this or go in here like that. So it just depends on how I get them organized, usually by size. Like I think ColourPop actually goes in here because, oh no, they're about the same size. I'm gonna figure this out. But the container I was using to put all my products in, Sochu has now made it her little home. I don't know if I can show you her. Hello, Sochu. She has decided she wants to be where the liquid lipsticks are supposed to go. Little cat meow. No, you're not gonna get out. Little cat intermission. Can I have that back? You're gonna fall. I'm gonna let her keep playing with that, and I'm gonna see what I can do as far as organizing these. Right now I'm just trying to get all the small ones that I know fit in here kind of out of the way. I still think I'm gonna run out of room because this one I did not have before. It's just a little weird one. Okay, you guys, it's not, those that have OCD are going to not be happy with this drawer because I have the lids going every different way and it kind of irks my nerves too. But Luke and I have to get ready to leave because we're meeting some friends, and this is what it looks like so far. So I've got my Kaleidos, Dose of Colors, Jeffree Star, a lot of my drugstore, just the random ones. Like I've got a couple of Jaclyn, I've got a couple Sigma, Ace Beauty, Beauty. A lot of my Too Faced melted mattes, my Huda Beauty, the small trial travel size, those I try and keep in the smaller area. And then this is mostly ColourPop and Kylie, and then randomly the NYX and Glamlight. So for the most part, they're kind of organized. There's a little rhyme to reason, but I get it. The lid's going this direction, these ones point in this direction. If you have OCD, I'm really sorry. I will fix them probably tomorrow, but that's what it looks like for right now. Okay, you guys, this is my mascara and brow drawer. I have extra that is in another drawer that is like my spare bits and pieces when I run out of something. So I'm gonna also grab those and try and organize it all in here. I do have this one for all the way in the back where I'm gonna put my spare bits and pieces, my replacements, whatnot. I don't know that this is gonna be big enough, but we're gonna try. And then I have these, which I have in the other drawers. This one is gonna be for my high-end, more expensive, because I have more of those. This middle one is gonna be for drugstore, and then this little tiny one is going to be for like eyelash curler, sharpeners, and then this one for brow products, because let's just be honest, I don't have that many brow products and they're not that big. Mascara bottles, for some reason, are just ridiculous sometimes. So to start out, I'm gonna clear all this out, see if it all fits in here, and then see if I can organize it. I'm gonna see if I can put the contents of this drawer in this container, so I have this one to organize. All right, so it all fits in here, but that is not organized either. Okay, so I have my more expensive mascaras right here. There's way too many. My affordable from the drugstore, my tools, so even like my eyelash holder, which I don't really use a lot of eyelashes, but for right now it's there, because who knows? I did just see some Halloween lashes that I think I want to use and do a whole look around. That's a stretch, but we'll see. I've got that. And then I've got all of my brow products and then all of my trial size smaller mascaras. So I reach for those when I can, or I'll try and pack them for trips. Okay, so I think in order to get this container out, I've got to pull this out. I don't think I'm gonna get all of my spares into just this container, but I'm gonna try, because this is what I've got, and this. Do I need all of this? No, I'm probably gonna put it in, if I'm not gonna use it, I'm just gonna put it into a box for some friends so that they can grab it, because there's even some shades in here that I don't think are the shades I'll use. But let's see what we can go through. So mascara from Urban Decay. I do have these ones from MAC. I like to use these when I do my friend's makeup. I like having spare like trial size mascaras or eyeliners, because you should not use mascara or eyeliner after someone else, because it's a close proximity to their eyes. And I think these I'm gonna set off to the side, because I do use them a lot to give to friends. Oh, this is kind of overwhelming. All right, so Monsieur Big. Love this one. If they fit like this, I'll try and get as many as I can in here like this. Florence. I've never used it, so I want to. Oh, this was a mascara like trio pack. I've used a bunch of these, so I might actually pass these on. YSL Lash Couture. Apparently I've got a lot of like the Tarte man-eaters, which are really good, but I think I already have one that I think I just used one up. So I'm going to pass these on to friends because I like it, but there's so many mascaras that are coming out right now. The Gimme More Brow, I love these just to like flick through my eyebrows and be out the door. I have another one. So let's see. Are they all the right shade? They are. Which I wear 3. Oh, actually I think that actually belongs in there. Precisely My Brow. Okay, these ones, I need them. Same thing with the brow styler. These I reach for all the time. I love Benefit, but I also like the goof proof. Like I'll flick this through to get them more defined, and then I'll fluff the goof proof through to just make them messy. These I love. I don't think I ever got to use this one. This one I'm gonna pass on. I like it, but I've had it before. Oh, the Soap Brows. I used it like once or twice. Another Big Bang, really good. Oh, how do I have 2 of the brow setters? I love this. This is one of my go-tos, so I have to keep it. I might just take it out of its box because it takes up too much space. And then I do have this as well. It's absurd. Ooh, Lily Lashes. I love this XXX mascara from Lily Lashes. Another brow setter. How many do I have? Julep. I don't know how old that is. Radial. Glamour Lash. Big Ego. Really good. Brow Lift Brow Pencil. When did I get this? Ciate London Triple Shot. Keep that. I have the full size of this, so I think I'm going to get rid of this. Pillow Talk, I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. If you like the light wispy lashes, I'm going to pass this on. Clear Brow Gel. Can keep that. Tea and Pretty Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara. Ico Rock Out and Lash Shot Mascara. Alright, I kind of got it organized with the mascaras. Here's some of the brow pencils. I'd say this one's actually old. Oh yeah, this was like dry in the tube. Oh, that one's crusty and dry too. That's the other thing is during the move, some of these got mixed in together. But like I know the samples, when I order MAC, I always get these. I like to have them on hand. Mally Volumizing Mascara. Keep that. All right, so I got all my mascaras in here with the exception of Snapscara. Oh, these aren't gonna fit in there. These are probably just gonna go loose in the drawer because they don't fit in this container. Mile High, love this one from Wander. I think I have this one open right now. The Climax Extreme. So I'm gonna pass the NARS on because I already have one open. All right, I'm gonna take this one out of the container. Keep that in there from Kiko. Milk Kush Mascara. I've had the bigger one of this. I think this one's older too. So I'm gonna, no, this one actually, it's not dry. It just felt like it when I first opened it. Sephora Lash Craft. Ooh, I like Sephora as a brand though, so I need to try this. Dose Pink Punk Volumizer. Ooh, let's try that one. Here's another, Taupe Eyebrow Cream. Oh, I don't use taupe. I'm gonna pass this on. And then Total Temptation. I think this is, oh yeah, I'm gonna pass that to the trash. All right, so I got all of this into one container. And then Spare Charlotte Tilbury and Spare of Benefit. So these will just go in here because I will use those. Absolutely love them. So that's the brow and mascara drawer. Okay, you guys, so I've been putting off organizing all the eyeshadow palettes. And there's really no way to do it without being in the camera. Drawers are easy, I can just whatever. But I have 2 boxes and I can't really lift them. This one is super heavy, but I think I talked about it in my organizing my beauty room. If you're gonna pack, go to local ABC stores or the liquor stores, alcohols and glass bottles. They have some sturdy boxes and you don't have to go and spend an abundance of money like you do at Home Depot for sturdy boxes. And they're smaller, so it's easier to carry. Granted, makeup is heavy. I wanna say, I had like 3 or 4 of these full. And actually, I take that back. One of them was perfumes and eyeshadows, which is why all my perfumes are up top if you can hear them or if you can see them. So she's trying to break into the room. I have it cracked. She can push it open. That's why I said here. She's gonna make her way in here, but I need to get these organized and it takes a minute. She made it in. Come here, Sochu. She's making sure the door's open enough so she can escape if she needs to. All right, might as well just rip the Band-Aid off. Like the smaller ones, these are gonna end up on the top shelves like they were at the previous house. But now that I can actually get into all 4 sides of the eyeshadow palettes, it's easier. Whereas like my most frequently used ended up in this cabinet, and then the ones I didn't use as much ended up over here because this, which it's my filming table, was so close to the bookcase that I couldn't open it and conveniently grab stuff out of there. It's a whole thing. I'm also trying to get like-sized palettes together because by brand, also by size, I'm trying to somewhat make this work. And especially if I have only like a few from that brand, I'll put same shapes together. Okay, so I got most of them out of their boxes, but I think I need to empty out a couple of these shelves so I can start getting some of them put away, because right now I'm gonna run out of room as to where to put them. So like these two that are individuals and were limited releases, or only, like this one was a special release on one website, I can't remember the name of it, they'll go independently. And then also Mauve Obsessions. Actually, Mauve Obsessions and these Obsessions are in the same packaging. Oh, I found 2 more. And if you hear barking, it's just Dixon barking at anyone that passes in front of the house. So the Huda Beauty are the only ones where they fit the entire length. It's a problem. I have too many. And she keeps putting out more of the 9-pan Obsessions. But I'm gonna take one of my bigger palettes and just edge them up. I need one that's more narrow, like a ruler. So Charlotte Tilbury it is. This would be my OCD, wanting me to get them all like straight and no zigzag patterns. Now I have smaller, like square ones. These will end up on this shelf with like my MAC and a couple other ones, or I could do them in this side right here. I haven't decided, but we have some stuff. Some of them are super cute, like the Tokidoki and Bobbi Brown. Okay, I think I need to empty this out because I think I want to put my Natasha Denona's on here and probably my Huda Beauties right here because I reach for them the most. I know what's gonna go right here. It's actually gonna be my Urban Decay and Too Faced palettes. That's what was there before, and then my MAC ones were over on the right. That's what we're gonna do. Did you guys see the new Urban Decay palette that just came out? I was thinking about getting it, but I think I'm gonna pass on it. If you have it and you like it, let me know why I should get it because maybe I'll go pick it up. So my OCD wants them from tallest to shorter. I don't have like severe OCD because I would have had my room done way long ago. It bothered me, but not to the point that I was like fixating and obsessing over it. But when I go to put things away, I want them in a certain like height order and by same brand, if that makes sense. I know what else was up there. My Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I think these are bigger than Too Faced. Or no, they're about the same size. So Amrezy is actually longer than all of them, but the same height. I think that's all of them for now. No, it's not. And then this one from Too Faced, which is the Italian Spritz. If you don't have it, it smells fantastic. Oh, so delicious in the Color Story. Okay, these are shorter, but taller than Urban Decay. I have a feeling they're not all gonna fit. Dang it. I might have to move my Urban Decay somewhere else. And this is where the Anastasia Beverly Hills are gonna get moved in front of Too Faced because these are shorter. I think this is where Kaleidos and Melt end up in front of Too Faced or Anastasia Beverly Hills. That would be perfect. Now where's my ruler? We're making progress very slowly though. Haven't seen it, go watch it. It's my least favorite of the Too Faced releases. But it fits for now. See, and part of me thinks these should be moved down because I have stuff that actually is taller. Where the companions are. Like Bobbi Brown also has these ones, but I have the Tokidoki from Bobbi Brown. They're similar sizes, but not completely. I would like them together. Palettes. For some reason I feel like these are the largest I have. You can put these here. Bring those out for right now. And then I know in the last house, I think it was the shelf that I had them on because it's a little bit more sturdy. I have all the ColourPop, which is way too much. But all the little square ones. I think I had all the plastic into the paper packaging stacked. So like the little plastic lilac, beautiful shades. Why, when you had to put them in there, are their names? one of my favorites, and I need to replace the Cocoa Crush, one of my favorite shades. Also, their shades are magnetic, so you can just pop them back in when they decide to jump out. I feel like I had all my ColourPop together and larger palettes, and then these ColourPops right here. I'm missing one and I know it. It's the, what is it? It's not Dream Street from Kathleen Wrights, it's the other one. It's blue. The astrological signs on it. I can't remember. Zodiac palette. Cannot find it, but I know I have it. It's something I packed and brought over early and didn't have packed with everything else. It's fine. It's fine. I'll find it. Oh no. Oh, another Anastasia Beverly Hills. Another Too Faced. They're messing up my organization. Found it because I also had it with the I Love Sarahi. I'm so bad with her name. But it was the Through My Eyes palette. That is all of the ColourPop that I have found so far. I was doing so good too until I found more of these. Okay, you guys, I had to take a quick hiatus to go and eat dinner. And then I spent some time finishing off a guilty pleasure TV series. Anyone remember the TV show Gossip Girl? I want to say it was like 2005, 2006. It may be even like sooner than that, but they revived it in 2021. And granted, it's not as good as the first one, or I don't remember it being, like, I don't think it is. But I still like the show. And the original was geared towards the younger generation, like teens for sure, because it was supposed to be Dan Humphries, who was the main character, one of the main characters, and he was Gossip Girl. This one is a teacher, so it's a little older generation going after parents, not just the students. So I kind of got into it, and I just finished off the second season. Sometimes you just need to have that guilty pleasure. But I need to finish all this off. There is just so much, and I'm not complaining. I have put a lot of time and effort into my collection. It's a lot. I hate moving. I truly hate moving. But let's go ahead and get some of these things situated. Okay, I don't think Jeffree Star is going to end up in like the first bookshelf, only because I don't reach for it that often. I think it's going to end up in like the far corner. I can't bring myself to get rid of the trunks and the eyeshadow palettes. Like, these are hefty, and there's some pretty color stories and great quality eyeshadows, but I can't get rid of them. Why do I just never want to move after eating? Like, I just want to sit and relax. And granted, I'm not doing a lot of moving, but yeah. Now for these, I'm not putting them in any order. I'm just putting them in the order that they actually stack well. Two of them, what is it? Blue Blood and, or it's not Blue Blood, Blood Sugar and the green one. They're flat. Whereas like Conspiracy has this weird triangle on top, and Blue Blood has a weird like pyramid shape. And then Alien, and this one, Bloodlust. Just awkward shapes all around. But they have a beautiful color story. I think there were bigger palettes at the other house there, but we'll get there. I'm also trying to get everything in front of me so I can kind of see what I have to work with. It's a lot. So I want to say, since I have all the ColourPop ones here, I want to say I had the Norvina ABH square palettes here, pushing those forward. And somewhere I have the big, oh, they're right here, the big Morphe palettes. And Morphe and the like big Jeffree Star palettes, those were together, if I remember correctly. But let's see what I can do. And somewhere I have all the Sigma palettes. Like those are supposed to all go together too. Eyeshadow palettes seem to be the hardest to organize, but I'm trying. And like these are also Too Faced. Maybe I'm gonna have to take my melt palettes out to fit the rest of the Too Faced and Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think Nomad fit in here too. Let's see. And except for the height, I'm gonna see if I can. So Berlin Underground was my first one. I think Whistler, then Fleur de Provence. That's the order that I got them in, I think, outside of the height. That is not gonna be enough room for the Norvina palettes, but it might be enough room for a couple other ones, like my Glam Light and Michaela, and some other randoms. And then I've got Pat McGrath. There's two on my table right now. One I actually filmed with this morning, which is how I got this look. And then one I was kind of comparing it to because when I first looked at them, it kind of gave me deja vu. And then when I looked at them like together, I was wrong. But I talked about that in the video. And I show you guys. So I need to get this done so I can get these videos up because I have been organizing my makeup for what seems like an eternity. I also have my Beauty Bay palettes. Here's another Glam Light. Oh, maybe ColourPop goes first and then Glam Light. But I have small Glam Light ones too. Eek. This is where it gets hard because these two from Michaela and Glam Light are the same size, and then the Barbie one is a little bit smaller, but they kind of like bookend my ColourPop. And I think I'm just gonna let it happen. There might be one night where I just get a bug up my butt and decide to go and refix all of them. But for right now, I just want them out of the boxes, off my floor, and organized. Let's see, how much, ooh, I don't have much more room. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and if I have like a random palette that needs to go in there, that's what I'll do. Tower of eyeshadow palettes. I want to say Juvia's Place was on this shelf last time. be wrong, but I think that's what I want there now. There is no rhyme or reason to the way my shelves are set up right now. Just what gets them organized. And no, it was not on my shelf. I love the artwork on this one. I also could have gotten rid of some. I found one. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, found another one. So this one makes me nervous about putting on its side because I smashed this one to smithereens. It may just have to like go on top nice and neat. But the square ones are what I'm looking for. I know there's more square ones in here somewhere. I have 2 more ColourPop. I feel like these were actually set in front of them last time. They were. That's exactly how they were. I may have to turn you guys just to project over here. Hodgepodge of things right now. So some indie brands, British, Pat McGrath. I was trying to find some ways to get randoms organized. Let me focus on these ones for right now because I feel like I haven't done anything in here and this one's just full. Alright, so I've got Lunar Beauty, which if you have not tried Lunar Beauty, which is Nanny Anyways brand, go check them out. I love this one, especially for like Halloween. It is a whole spell book and it is all your favorite witches from over the years. Right now I'm just trying to find all the same brand, even if they're not in the same height line, because there's a smaller palette that breaks it up. At least they're in the same shelf. That's gonna have to work for right now. Like all of Kylie's palettes are so many different like random shapes. There's just too many. I have the ones from Laura Lee. This is Candy Skies. There is another nude one that's right here. And then Dominique Cosmetics. These ones, I think I'm gonna put up here with Melt, Urban Decay, and Pat McGrath. At least that's what I think I'm doing. I do have some randoms from Morphe and Wander. No, I think I might put them down here. And I completely forgot I had a glass of wine, so cheers. I think down here on this bottom shelf, I'm going to put the Morphe palettes just because I have these monstrous ones. All right, so I got those. I'm wondering if I can move you guys over here. If I move some of these to kind of show you what's going on. Okay, I can't guarantee it's the best angle. I will definitely have to go through each of the bookshelves and show you like what I've done if it doesn't look right. But I need to get these shelves, and I'm thinking that's where I want to put the Norvina palettes, and because they're a little bit taller. I have them in order 1 through 6. They do have magnetics in them, or magnets in them, so they feed off each other weird. There's those. And then some of the other like rectangular like individual ones. So like Tati. And even then that's not even some of the taller ones that I have, but it'll have to work. Fantasia from One Size. Okay, you guys, so I have not a lot of eyeshadow palettes left, but they still need to make it into the bookshelves. It's about 2 days later. Work has been crazy, and granted, I have a fairly easy schedule, but getting home at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, I don't always want to record when I get home, but it'll get easier, I'm sure. Hours will get easier. Anyways, I need to organize the rest of these shelves, which feels daunting. All right, I know I could just get rid of them and then I don't have to organize them at all, but then I would be sad. These are the small square ones. I don't have a lot of square ones left. I know I've got the Charlotte Tilbury one, and I'll probably put some odds and ends in there too, depending on like what else I find. I don't have any like gigantic eyeshadow palettes, but I say square, like I don't have any more, but we talked about this being shattered. It hurts my heart. Oh, I do have another square. I never use this one with you guys, but ZC, their packaging is so cute. And then look at this cute little color story. This is just one of those fillable magnetic palettes. This is Sydney Grace, the Mel Thompson palette that she put. If you don't know who Mel Thompson is, she passed away last year. She was a YouTuber that I followed. I love her channel. Such beautiful looks. But she built this palette, and then Sydney Grace, who does all of the eyeshadows, they put it out as a palette. I forgot to buy the palette, so this is just an unlabeled Z palette, or who is this? Alu? I got it on Amazon. Lethal Cosmetics and Alien's not lethal. Forgot who Alien is now. I've talked about this before. This is my first Too Faced palette ever. It's from Candy Johnson. And it's literally a little like candy tin. And then Pretty Rich. They have some of the cutest packaging though. This one from Cleona. It's the Dragon Fruit palette. Look how stunning that is. I need to use this some more. I might use that this weekend. These are Bobbi Brown. Like, can we appreciate the packaging? I've just showed you guys the Tokidoki, but look at that. I want to say that was last year's holiday release. One thing I didn't take into consideration, I have 2 more of the Pat McGrath palettes that need to go up here, which means I'm going to take out some of my other palettes and make room. We'll take out Laura Lee because I have somewhere else they can go. At no point did I ever think that I would own Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palettes because they're not what I would consider like mid-grade affordable. They're definitely not budget friendly, but I have them, and I've bought a lot of them when they were like Black Friday or like holiday sales. So I haven't paid full price except for like 2 new releases. Definitely Star Wars. And then I even have some of the small ones. Dang it. Where are these gonna go? These I got a couple years ago for holiday releases, but they're predominantly shimmers. I feel like except for a few of them, the rest of them are all like really narrow. Okay, so I have Natasha Denona right here, but I also have the little minis, which I cannot bring myself to get rid of. There's some beautiful shades in here, and there's some of them are supposed to supplement the palettes, but I think what I'm gonna do is stack them in front, which means I need to push all of these back to line them up. And then I have the even smaller minis. Some of these were in subscription boxes, I want to say like this one and this one, like these two are my favorite out of the minis. But I think I'm going to put those right there just because it makes it so hard to put them in front of other palettes, and then they're just taking up room like in a weird shape. I don't know why I set this one off to the side. It's BH Cosmetics. I'm sure I have another one from them. I know I do. I just don't know where I put it. Here it is. Oh. It's literally right here. It's one of my favorites that I would always use for work. Still need to figure out these two because they're kind of like display pieces I would put out. Even like the weird shaped ones. Maybe they'll just have their own weird shaped shelf. Until I figure out what to do with them, they're on the bottom. And then Marc Jacobs, they've announced that they're going to come back. Don't know when, but the lone eyeshadow palette. I think this one's just going to go up here because it's weird shaped too. I think I'm going to bring you guys over here and see if I can get a better angle for this. Maybe. We'll see. I can't guarantee it. There's even some really good ones that I don't want on the bottom shelf because I feel like you just don't see them. But I also like don't know where to put them. Or you could just have a cat take over the bottom shelf. Excuse you. Ma'am, come here. Thank you. That hurts my heart because it doesn't look right. There's not like a slow gradient. You want to talk about cute packaging. This little van from Milani, the Gilded Getaway. It is so cute. That would be a cute display piece. Okay, you guys, the bookshelves are done. This is what they look like. I still need to put the shelf up for my perfumes, but we are done. Let's do a quick tour. All right, so on this shelf, and I know I need to figure these ones out without moving everything. So we have Anastasia Beverly Hills, Too Faced, my lone Marc Jacobs. We have all ColourPop, and then the little tiny ones, which I guess I can open up this side because this is all ColourPop. They didn't used to all fit on the same shelf because I had too many, and then I got rid of some, so I also have some Nomad in here. Huda Beauty, which is all of them, kind of absurd. And then we have Natasha Denona, Huda Beauty, Dose of Colors. I think there's a NARS. Over here, I just have a smattering of Kaleidos, Moira, Pat McGrath, which is these ones right here, Sydney Grace, and Glam Natrix, Juvia's Place, which is beautiful. Look at that. All one shelf of Juvia's Place. And then moving over, we have, up top, we have all the square ones. So BH Cosmetics right here, Nomad, MAC, Hip Dot. Is it Hip Dot or is it? I think it's Hip Dot. Yep, Hip Dot and Reese's. Such a fun collab. Give from Gwen, Kaleidos, Charlotte Tilbury, Kylie, ColourPop. I couldn't name all of these because it's just a bunch. There's Lethal for sure, which is one of my like favorite indie brands as far as like, okay, that's a strong statement. Very beautiful colors, beautiful palettes. Bobbi Brown, Laura Lee, Pure's in there. There's just so many. I think Glam Light Martini and Margarita palettes are right here. Then we have some Odin's Eye, Beauty Bay, Dose of Colors, smattering of my small ones, including Smashbox, my NARS, which one is shattered, Jeffree Star, Morphe, Pat McGrath going into Kylie, Charlotte Tilbury is right here in the middle. Then we have, I know these are Norvina, One Size, there's just so many. And then we've got Melt, Urban Decay, Pat McGrath, Sigma, and Dominique Cosmetics. Whew, that is a lot, you guys.
Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so happy the drawers and the bookshelves are organized. It just makes me feel a little bit better. I can just focus on other things besides organization. But if you get inspiration by watching someone else organize and you like what I was able to do with my makeup, or maybe you have tips and tricks and I might find them helpful, put them down below. I'm really interested to know your thoughts. Also, if you missed part 1, I will link that down below, so definitely go check that out because we started at the beginning of the collection with the items I used first. And then, of course, we made our way into the eyeshadow palettes. But you guys, before you leave, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.